So recently I did a video on the old Illuminaughtii drama, the old Blair situation, where I was saying that I believe that she is profiting of this cancellation. And you can check the video out, I'll post it up here just for a little recap. It's not largely important for this video, but it will add a bit of context here and there. See, people were commenting largely the same thing in that video, so I thought it's best, rather than going through every comment one by one, to address it. Plus, there's a big point that, another opinion that I formed after making that video, which I really wanted to share. And two points, in fact, that I want to address. The first one, it's no secret, you probably guessed by the title of this video, which is I strongly believe people who are commenting negatively on her videos as a way to ruin her career, which is already kind of ruined, is actually doing very well for her, and it's actually a big plus for her. And the second thing is just more about the whole money situation, just to add to my previous video. So let's start with the money thing, okay? So what people were commenting was two main points. A, she gets a lot less views than she used to, so she can't be making that much money. And B, the people who are actually going on the videos are doing it with the intention to leave negative comments, to spread the word of what she's doing, and as so, they are pausing the video before it actually begins, not meaning they're not adding to her monetization or not adding enough for it to actually make any kind of impact. So let's run through those points. Number one, people seemingly are comparing her success to what it was rather than as a standalone, which I got a lot in my previous videos, people saying, oh, well, she used to get over 200, 300,000 views per video. Now she gets sometimes less than 100,000 views. So she's not monetizing it well. And it's a perfect example of what I mean when I say you shouldn't compare what someone has with what they had rather than as a standalone. Just to put this in some kind of perspective, if there was a guy who lived in a mansion, 8 bedrooms, 2 tennis courts, 2 swimming pools, and he downgraded and got a mansion with 5 bedrooms, 1 swimming pool and 1 tennis court, you wouldn't look at that and say, well, he's failing at life because he used to have 2 swimming pools, now he only has 1. No, you'll still look at that and say, he's in a mansion. And the same goes for this Blair situation. People are saying, oh, her career's over. Look at how many views she did get with how many views she gets now. Look at how many subscribers she did have with the amount of subscribers she's got now. She's got 1.5 million subscribers. That is a lot of subscribers. She's doing very well for herself. So if I said to you, here's a YouTuber, they've got 1.5 million subscribers, they post a video every couple of days, and each video gets over 50,000 views, sometimes over 100,000 views. Are they doing well for themselves? You would look me dead in the eye and said they are doing amazingly. So for anyone who doesn't know, and I think everyone has some kind of understanding of how monetization works on YouTube, but you get paid a CPM, which is basically how much money you get per 1,000 views. This largely depends on the kind of content you do, how long your content is, how many ads you can put throughout that content. Now let's assume Blair had like a $5 CPM. So for every 1,000 views she got paid $5. People going on her videos leaving negative comments or physically disliking, giving the video a good old thumbs down, it's still a view. It doesn't affect that. People who are saying that they're just pausing on the video, well, that will affect it, right? That's going to bring down that CPM. But she's still going to get paid for people who see the ads. So she might have gone from a $5 CPM to maybe now it's like $2. That has a huge impact on how much money she gets. But when you compare it with the views that she still is getting, it's a lot of money. So I did some quick maths. I took a look at how her videos have been performing, because people have been saying they're performing terribly. And I calculated that from what she's uploaded in the past month since this drama's kicked off, in just this month alone, She has about 1.2 million views from that new content. And keep in mind, you don't just get paid for new content, you also get paid by older content. And from my own personal experience, it's not the new videos that really bring in the big views, it's older videos. So she's got 1.2 million of new content alone, which might only be about 20% of her monthly viewership, right? Keep that in mind. Even if she has like a super low CPM, let's say $1.50. Super low. People are pausing on the videos, they're not watching them all the way through. It's completely crushed her monetization to about 1.5 per 1,000 views. That's still about $2,000 of new content alone. And if we can assume that maybe not that many people are watching her older content, maybe her views, her new content accounts for 50% of her views, that means that she's getting $4,000 from ads alone. On top of that, she's also got sponsors, right? And I know HelloFresh has just dropped out and all sponsors are pulling out, but a lot of them have contracts that they can't break and they've got to see them through. So she does have money coming through from them. And she's also on Patreon. She has 279 people on Patreon. The memberships range from £4.50 to £6 to £8.50. £8.50 is the most popular, but let's assume everyone's going for the middle. Even though £8.50 is the most popular, let's assume it's £6 per person. That would be about £1,674 per month from the Patreon. So just from Patreon and new views, we're talking about $3,600 per month, not including sponsorships, not including older views. With older views, that could easily be $5,000 or $6,000 per month. And I know what people are going to say, she pays for an editor, she has a team to look after. Once you take out all those expenses, it's gonna kind of pull that money right down to the bottom. But we all know Blair's not the nicest person or the nicest boss. She could easily just not pay her editors. It would be a very bad thing to do, but is she the kind of person that would do that? Yes, she is. She could fire her whole editing team and outsource it on something like Fiverr, where she can get super cheap editing done. Once again, a very bad thing to do, not very pleasant, but we're talking about Blair here. She could very much do that. She's the kind of person that would do that. And for the people that are going to continue to say, well, we're pausing on the video, we're not watching it, we're clicking it and then we're pausing it just so we can thumbs it down, just so we can leave negative reviews, that's still adding to a view. That first ad that you pause on is still counting as you viewing the ad. In fact, it's even better because not only are you're not watching the ad, you're not skipping it through, you're pausing on it. It's almost like you want to learn more about it in the eyes of YouTube and in the eyes of the person putting the ad on that video. But that's basically a little extension on the previous video I did with the monetization and why I think she's profiting off it. Moving on to the main point of this video, which is why I think people leaving negative reviews are really helping her, is because engagement is engagement. When you go on the video, you don't watch it, you thumbs it down and you leave a nasty comment, all YouTube sees, which is not a human going through this manually, all YouTube sees is engagement, engagement, engagement. This person clicked the video, that's a great click-through rate. This person thumbs it down, they didn't like it, but that's now telling the algorithm who would like it and who would want to watch it. And YouTube doesn't always show you videos that you are gonna like, it shows you videos that you are going to watch. So if you dislike the video, but you've spent time on it and you've engaged in it, and you don't normally engage in videos that much, but you're engaging in this one, YouTube will very well show that video to someone similar to you because it's gonna encourage the same thing. It's better for YouTube for you to dislike a video than it is for you to do nothing at all. Same goes for the comments. It doesn't read those as nasty comments, it reads those as a conversation. But what most people seem to be saying, from what I've found from my own comment section on my last video, is that the reason people are leaving these negative reviews is because Blair is doing this very annoying thing where she ignores the entirety of the situation and hope it blows over. If she doesn't comment on it, if she doesn't mention anything, well, the people who haven't yet heard about the drama are not going to hear about the drama, at least not from her. So by going on her videos and filling the comments with these negative reviews and talking about the situation, it's letting those people know, it is spreading the word. However, sadly, I don't think that affects the situation as much as you would hope. It's not doing its job as good as you would think. Because let's be honest, most people do not scroll to the comment section of YouTube videos unless they've personally got something to say. And with iilluminaughtie's videos in particular, they're very much background videos. They're not something you have to intensely watch. You don't have to see what's going on the screen. I mean, she's got a podcast, right? She uploads all of these episodes as a podcast as well, which A, more monetization, which we not even spoke about, but B, showcases that you can actually just listen to the video without visual context, which is what most people do. They're putting the videos on while they're doing other stuff. It's what a lot of people do with my videos. I suspect a lot of you right now aren't even watching me. You're on your phone, or you've got another tab open, or you're doing something else. It goes the same for Blair's videos. A lot of people aren't looking at it. So when the video ends, they're not going to the comments to see what people are saying and to add context. And that's not even including people who are blind and can't even read the comments and just have her videos on for the sound. So the majority of these people aren't even seeing the comments. And then let's take the majority that do see it, that do see the comments. How much do they really care? For a lot of people, this whole drama, it doesn't affect them at all. They don't personally know the people involved, and they don't really care because, let's face it, she's a nasty person. We've sussed that out. But she's not necessarily doing anything criminal, or she's not doing anything that's gonna cause like mayhem. At the end of the day, it's like schoolyard drama. It doesn't change much about life. We see her in a different light, yes, but that's about it. Most people, they do not care. So when they see those negative comments, they say, oh, this person's caught up in some scandals. That's quite bad. This person, what have they done? Oh, bit of calling someone out for some plagiarism or outing someone else. They're not a good person. How much do they care? I mean, how much do you really care about this situation? Your negative comment is to bring to light the situation, educate people who don't know about it, and deter them from watching her videos. But at the same time, you're adding to her engagement, you're adding to how YouTube can promote her videos, and you're getting the video out to more people. Are you doing worse for her, or are you doing better for her? Because my opinion would be, it would be much more proactive just to not watch the video and not comment and not say anything about it, rather than leaving these negative comments, because you're aiding her more than you're deterring her. And the biggest insight, I think, to that it is a big positive in her books is that they're not moderated, right? And someone said in my previous video, there's way too many negative comments for her to moderate, for her to sift through. But that's simply not true, because you can easily go on YouTube and you can withhold certain comments from being posted. In fact, you can withhold all the comments from being posted and just go through and click a tick on the nice comments. You don't have to read everyone, you can skim read this. Furthermore, you can block certain words. So you can say any word that paints her in a bad light, she can just block from being commented. So it's not actually that difficult, even with thousands of comments coming through, it's not that difficult to moderate it. And if it did start to become difficult, she can turn the comments off. We've seen this with other YouTubers. When it gets really bad for them, they just turn the comments off. It's super simple. So she's getting 90% bad comments on her videos, but she's not turning it off. You gotta ask yourself, why is that? Why is she letting people comment? And I'll tell you why. Because if people weren't commenting, they wouldn't be clicking on the video. So there you have it. And as always, do add any feedback you've got or any thoughts on any of this down below. Even if you disagree with anything I'm saying, I'd love for you to comment. And hey, let's use the thumbs up feature on this video to showcase how many people dislike Illuminaughtii. If you dislike her, thumbs up this video. We'll compare that with the views to see how many people watching this video dislike her and how many people actually don't care much. Until next video, goodbye.